And we are back here watching KUTV on the sport on this amazing Saturday afternoon, our first show of 2019, and we are more than glad that you've made it your business to be with us this afternoon. Talk to us 0739-110-544 is our SMS line. The number is somewhere at the bottom of your screen. Tell a friend to tell a friend that you are streaming live the proceedings of this particular show on our Facebook page. That is at KUTV Kenya. Also on Twitter, we are at KUTV Kenya. Well, before I introduce these two pundits here, let me read a couple of your SMSs. Someone here is saying, why did they make N'Golo Kante to drop down? Someone is not happy. We'll be discussing that issue in a few. Someone is saying, KUTV EPL ikoaje, game ya Chelsea ni saa ngapi? Wewe mtu wa Chelsea, game yenyu ni saa ngapi? 8:30. Well, my friend, not saying who you are or where you're watching KUTV on the sport. This gentleman here ni fan wa Chelsea. His name is Michael Giduka and he's saying your match, that is Chelsea versus Newcastle, a game that I believe wanafikiria watashinda. Hiyo game ni 8:30. Sawa sawa. All right, someone else here saying, hello, mambo vipi, tuko poa kabisa. Pia sisi tuko sambamba. Thank you so much. On the sport, Liverpool versus Manchester United, we'll be discussing that in a few. Watu wasemi kwenye wanatoka na hao ni akina nani? They just want straight to the point. Ni sawa, tunawaelewa. Hi Flo, good work you are doing, and kindly remind me the player signed by Manu from Wolves. Always remember that you look cute. Asante sana. Ni David nikiwa Kayole. David, asante sana. You're also very handsome. Who is that player who was signed by Wolves?
We haven't signed anybody from Wolves yet, just rumors. So maybe we are going to sign Raul Jimenez, but bado.
Okay, sawa sawa. I hope umesikia. So anyway, these guys nimewazoea sana on set until nimesahau kuwa introduced. On my immediate right, you see, I have to do this knowing this is right or left because I use both. This is Patrick Mwita. How have you been? Wapotelea wapi? Good to see you. You're very clean. I'm not saying yourself. You look so nice today.
Good to see you too.
Yes.
And let me wish the viewers Happy New Year. Although tumesonga kidogo, but it's our first show this year. And I hope you are going to have a good one. You also look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. And there's someone who actually, I read an SMS. There are so many series. Tafuta kwenye someone alikusalimia, tutamtafuta baadaye.
Tutamtafuta na nimesalimika.
Yes. Someone else here looking all so glorious. How have you been?
I've been okay. And I'm glad to be back.
Yes, I'm also glad to be back. Let's start with the elephant on the room. Let's start with what UEFA did. Those were revelations by one of the international online online news agency. They talked of UEFA changing the formation of the team of the year in 2019, and they used 4-2-4, dropping a midfielder, bringing on board a forward. And this meant Ronaldo gets to be in the team whether he's number 4 or not. What do you think about this decision? And is this how important Cristiano Ronaldo is? I thought angekosa that would have been news.
I think for me, you'll never want to rubbish away Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
Of course, he has been phenomenal, and his contribution to the football, especially in the last decade, he has been very great. We saw what he did at Real, and now what he is doing at Juve. And somebody gave a classical example of a recent match where he stayed on the air when he was scoring a header for more than 50 seconds, which is something that people
Believe you me, I work with time, especially in our industry. I know 50 seconds is a lot of time.
It's a lot of time.
Are they sure they calculated correctly?
I don't know, but Cristiano is the GOAT. So for me, I feel like he deserves to be in that team, more so when he missed out at the Ballon d'Or, but he really needed to be that team, his contribution, the goals that he has been making. But moving forward in this new decade, you have to be seeing new players coming on, because Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo have been dominating so much. So we need to see other guys coming up. I feel sorry for N'Golo Kante and the Chelsea fans, but if you were to put N'Golo Kante and CR7, that is like comparing maybe a premium to a Ferrari. So I'd give Cristiano to be.
What do you think about that decision by UEFA?
For me, I think it's a marketing decision, because you know, UEFA is run by these international TV stations, the ones who fund it.
These brands.
Exactly,
like
the brands, and Nike, and so I think that was the main consideration when they are doing that. But if you consider footballing factors, performances across the leagues, because it's only across the leagues, not all over the world or history. I think for me, Ngolo deserves to be there, but it's unfortunate, but we accept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, lakini mnaanza
Itabidi
kuzoea.
It's only because Cristiano has the name, so you wouldn't.
But at the end
have
of
an
the
issue.
day, this was a decision by the fans, and he was number 4. Does this cast doubts in so many things that happen in such events?
Yeah, sure it does. But then, as I've said earlier, we need to be seeing other new faces, because people have been used to Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi taking away these accolades. So it's time that even the fans decided to give new guys a chance, so that at least you can be having a different name winning these accolades. People are so used to Cristiano Atabeba to you and the likes of Messi. So it's time we saw other new faces.
All right, sawa, that is their opinion. But for me, you know, I told you guys, N'Golo Kante is loved by everyone. He's one of those humble guys. And on the other hand, Cristiano Ronaldo is like this guy who can motivate you. He's very hardworking. And, well, as Patrick Muita said, staying on air for 50 seconds, I'm going to rewatch that thing. I've been rewatching it, and I'm like, this guy is not human. But all the same, congratulations to him. It happened in 2019, and well, there's a reason why Cristiano Ronaldo is the GOAT, and a lot of people keep on saying katia Cristiano Ronaldo na Lionel Messi nani ndio GOAT. And we as Kenyans, we always introduce our own GOAT, but they don't play in the same discipline. But ni sawa. But anyway, now we know the corporate world who they think the GOAT really is. That is Cristiano Ronaldo. Quite impressive. Well, let's turn our attention to something else that happened. I think it's this week or last week. The Africa Cup of Nations has reverted back to January and February. And I want to quote something that Jurgen Klopp said. For those who don't know Jurgen Klopp, I highly doubt the people out there who don't know who he is, so long as you love football. He's the head coach for Liverpool. Liverpool iko hapo tu inakimbia tu na hiki kikombe. Watu kaa kina Chelsea, Tottenham, Manchester United. Well, we have to look for other things to do, like try to qualify for Champions League, because Liverpool is doing well for itself. But I want to speak on what this is affecting African players, because it means that the Africa Cup of Nations, the likes of Sadio Mane, the likes of Salah, and other African stars, they have to come back and play for their national teams in the Africa Cup of Nations. And in January, I think the English Premier League iko katikati, right? Meaning that these teams, and they also, that's the time they're heading to the transfer window, right?
Yeah.
And that means that these players will not be available for their clubs for a whole month. And Jurgen Klopp expressed concern, saying that it will make clubs think twice about signing African stars. Let me quote what he said. It does not help African players. That is the switching of taking AFCON back to January, February. He says it does not help African players. We will not sell Sadio, Mo, or Nabi just because they have a tournament in January and February. Of course not. But if you have to make a decision about bringing in a player, it is a massive one, because before the season, you know, for 4 weeks, you don't have these players. What do you think about his concerns?
I think his concerns are right and called for, because I feel like as a coach you have to look at the players, if the likes of the players that he has mentioned, Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, and Naby Keita, they are very phenomenal in that squad. And if you are to lack those players for 4 weeks, then that one is dangerous and also detrimental to the club. So and also I feel for AFCON that these players, they also need their time to shine. You don't want to call players from the top flight league to come and play at the continental football only to give them to make them lose a chance of them shining and being seen all over the world.
And also it's their livelihood.
It's their livelihood. So for me, Klopp deserves to make those remarks, and maybe AFCON should consider what they have done and maybe revert back to what we are used to, even we as the fans.
What happened in the previous AFCON? What do you think of Klopp's sentiments?
Okay, to some extent he's right, but to some extent is wrong, because initially, for instance, if you go back to history, if you check a team like Chelsea, the time Chelsea had so many African players, and AFCON used to be played in January, and they didn't have problems. So the issue is maybe to AFCON it's a bonus, because if Africa Cup of Nations took place at the same time the Euro was taking place, you know, that would have been detrimental to AFCON itself.
Yeah.
But as for the players, then I think it's up to the club to balance the African players they want to have, you know, and it's about balancing.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what your thoughts are. Talk to us. 0739 110544 is our SMS line. We'll, in a short while, be talking about matches that will be played today. That is in the English Premier League. Also, there are some few things that have happened. Barcelona did fire their coach. They have a new one. We'll be talking about a team like Arsenal and how their manager is performing. But before that, let me read one or two of your SMSs. Remember to send them to 0739 110544. Ati wanaosimamia kwa FKF waangalie Embu sana Gashoka region tuko down sana. Okay, I think Gashoka region is in Embu County. This is someone oh, he actually said, us young boys in Embu County, Mbere South, Gashoka constituency, hatuangaliwi talent zetu, ni karaoke kutoka Mwea. All right, he goes ahead to say wanaosimamia kwa FKF waangalie Embu sana, Gashoka region tuko down sana. Mimi ni player mzuri but sponsorship ama support ndio sina, just help. I think it's in a reaction to something that happened, the interview that I had here with Obango, Athanas Obalam, or Obango if you may like to call him that. I think this is a reaction to that discussion. Hopefully people who are in charge of football in the counties and also in the government, they should ensure that such players get an opportunity. Jambo Malkia, Jambo to you too. I thought you're talking about Malkia strikers until I thought otherwise, but Jambo to you too. Thank you so much for watching, not telling us who you are or where you are watching us from, but we do appreciate you 100%. Hi Patty, it's been long. We are back. Patty is saying, hi ni Patty kutoka Wakiongo, show iko lit. Pia uko lit. Thank you so much Patty. One day you should send us your photo to kuone, like Patty and Magongo are those fans who are always there. Good days, bad days, yeah. Wako tu sambamba. Thank you so much. Chelsea today lazima wawin. Alafu transfer usisahau. Sawa sawa. This is the guy who had asked about transfers. I'll be asking you, so you guys tell us the transfers so far and what you think. He's a Chelsea fan, just like my friend Michael here. Another one, game ya Liverpool ni saa ngapi? Ni Elvis kutoka. Game ya Liverpool ni kesho. Yes, 7:30. Saa moja na nusu. Majira ya Afrika Mashariki. Majira mani masaa.
Majira.
Goodness. All right. Someone here saying, hey, inakaa nikatoambia nyinyi wote games zinachezwa saa ngapi? Someone else is asking Arsenal, pa kuna mtu Arsenal? I think it's at 6. That match will be played today. The last one before we proceed with our discussion, they keep on coming. Nipe transfer new ya Chelsea, Armstrong from Luvuni. We should create.
Mwambie tangoje.
All right. Well, Arsenal, transfer ya Chelsea. Let's just answer him real quick. You're a Chelsea fan. And unasema atangoja sana.
Atangoja because I think the press that was before today's game.
Yes.
I think Bruce Berger was asked about transfer. He said he knows who Chelsea want to bring, but he won't say who.
Yes.
So I think
so tutangoja sana before tuambie.
Exactly.
Pengine hakuna.
Labda hakuna, but I think we have to bring in one player.
At least one player.
Yeah, only one.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what has been happening. Ashley Young leaving Manchester United. Now that we're talking about transfers, Ashley Young left for Inter Milan at his age. For me, I feel it's a good move because perhaps at Manchester United hangepata your chance. Maybe angekuwa anashinda kwa bench. So I feel like it was a good move. What is your take on it?
I think it was also a good move for Inter for the amount of money that they acquired Ashley Young.
Yeah.
They would not have acquired a right back, a left back for that amount. It is 1.5 billion euros.
For 6 months.
Yeah, for 6 months. They would not have acquired acquired a player in the market for that value. So I think for them it's a plus. And they also acquired Ashley Young from Manchester United. He has been having a lot of time play at Manchester United. So I think he's a physically fit player to play in the league, at the Italian league, because you see the EPL is more physical. So this is a player who is more experienced going to their league. So it is a plus for Inter. For Manchester United, I think we have had the best of Ashley Young in the 8.5 years that he have stayed at Man U from Aston Villa. So I think it is time he left for the good of the club and also for the good of himself. It is good that he left. The only problem that I have with Inter is that they are trying to sign so many players from Manchester United. Remember, they have Lukaku, Alexis Sanchez is there on loan, and now they have Ashley Young. And they also wanted Eriksen from Tottenham. I don't know what is going to happen.
You said Lukaku nikakumbuka shade nyingine alithrow kwa mtandao. Manchester United lost and he was like, kumbe the problem was not me.
The problem was not Lukaku. But he's having a season of a lifetime. Right now he has scored close to 15 goals in 19 matches. So he's doing so well of himself. And for me, I felt like maybe we were the problem. The coach never knew how to utilize Lukaku.
All right. Your thoughts on Ashley Young?
Ashley Young, it's a good move for him, but I think for Manchester United, I think you'll have to at least beef up your squad. You know, now that means there is one person less in the squad, and when you look at your squad depth, it's not that good.
But we'll not miss him. We have the likes of Brandon Williams, who is gelling in so well.
The season is still long. You know, we are halfway, so you cannot say that you.
We can't miss.
An injury might come up, suspension. So there are so many factors. So unless you maybe bring up someone from the academy, or maybe sign in a player who will back up the right back position.
At the same note, Ashley Young leaves, and during the press conference by Ole Gunnar, he talked of, confirmed rather, that Maguire is going to take actually taken the captain's armband. Do you think he's a leader?
I don't know much about him. He's the one who sees him in training, in the dressing room. So I think he made the assessment from that. But I think that says a lot about the squad, because I expected someone who has been in the club much longer. But you see, you look at who is that? Maybe De Gea and Smalling who isn't there. So it's about the squad itself. Who can actually take that mantle? And if he actually does that, and we don't know his fans, then perfect.
Okay.
So,
timu yangu, Maguire is your new captain.
I think for me, Harry Maguire deserves to be the captain, because after he was brought up, we have seen that that level of leadership in the midfield. He has been able to in the defense. Sorry, he has been able to command the defense well and good. And as you can see, unlike last season, this season we have not let in so many goals. Actually, we have only conceded 25 goals, and the gelling in between Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof has been so good. If you were to look at the guys who maybe could have become the captain, we are speaking like the likes of Juan Mata, Marcus Rashford, and David De Gea. You look at David De Gea, he has not been having the best season at Manchester United. In fact, sometimes last season we thought that he was going to leave. So I felt that like Harry Maguire should be the captain for consistency, and he's doing well so far. You look at the people who have been captains at Manchester United. He took over from Ashley Young. Ashley Young took over from Wayne Rooney, Valencia, Vidic. We have been having people who are good captains, and I can feel like Maguire is going to command that team well.
All right, just a quote from Ole Gunnar. This is what he had to say, and I quote, "Harry has been wearing the captain's armband, and he will keep wearing it. He's come in and been a leader in the group. I've been not surprised, but I've been impressed by his leadership skills. So Harry will keep on wearing the armband." End of quote. That is what Ole Gunnar said about Manchester United's new captain. Now, we have a couple of matches now that we are deep into the English Premier League. We have a couple of matches that are slated for this afternoon. We have Watford taking on Tottenham. Brighton will take on Aston Villa. Defending champions Manchester City have a date with Crystal Palace. West Ham will be at home against Everton. Arsenal will also be at home against Sheffield. Bournemouth will be traveling to Norwich. Southampton take on Wolves. Chelsea will be away at Newcastle. Now tomorrow we have the big one. If you ask me, Liverpool versus Manchester United. Leicester City will be away at Burnley. Let's talk about Liverpool. Liverpool. I am hating live on it. Liverpool versus Manchester United. While you're talking of a team that is at the top of the log, has opened a huge points gap, if you ask me. Does your team, Manchester United, have what it takes to apply brakes on Liverpool?
I think that question can be answered by numbers, and
Yes.
fans at home
I love that.
fans at home can attest to the fact that if it were not for Manchester United, today we'll be seeing 100% win for Liverpool.
Yeah.
They'll be doing 63 points out of 63. They have 61, meaning they dropped 2, and that was a draw at October at Old Trafford with Manchester United.
Yes.
And we had won that game. Were it not that they scored very late, actually they scored at the 85th minute, so we had won that game. And
Yes.
the fact remains that Manchester United is going to win this game. I can tell you for a fact, the game between Liverpool and Manchester United does not depend on the current form of these teams. It is all about rivalry. So people should not tell us that Liverpool is on form. It has gone 38 games unbeaten.
Yeah.
That run is going to be broken tomorrow by Manchester United. Because this game does not depend on the current form. It is all about rivalry. Since the days of Wayne Rooney, we have been seeing this game not depending on the current form of the team, but the rivalry and the players giving it their best.
Yes, they
Right now,
definitely rise up to the occasion.
right now, the only worry at Manchester United is that our talisman, Marcus Rashford, who is having his best season so far. The guy is with 14 goals.
And has actually scored against all the big 6 teams.
Yeah. And in fact, during his debut, he scored against Arsenal. So you can imagine this is a guy who is proved and tested playing against the big teams. So even I know where Klopp is, he is afraid that praying that Marcus Rashford does not play this game. But all the same, Manchester United is going to win this one. I can tell the viewers at home, now wawekezaji, this one is a win for Manchester United, and a GG is going to happen.
You know, Patrick Mwita is a fan of Manchester United, anapenda hii team sana.
No,
Me and him might be blind.
Sometimes I say, the other time I was here, I said Manchester United is probably going to draw. But this one, I can feel it. This, I've told you, it does not depend. It does not depend on the current form. Usiangalia ati Liverpool. By the way, the game that they played against Jose Mourinho's team, Tottenham, it was a very narrow win, 1-0 win. And remember, Harry Kane was not even there. So this is a team that is depending on luck and VAR. That is why they are called Liverpool. Liverpool, VAR.
All right. Do you share his sentiment?
Either way, my thoughts are that it's a tough game. Like you said, it's about rivalry. You know that I think so far the rivalry that has stood the test of time in the English Premier League. But then when you look, when I analyze the team in terms of, for instance, we look at Liverpool. For me, Liverpool is a team that people say it's a luck, but for me it's not luck. You know, they work for that luck. It just doesn't come about. So for me, one is the mentality. How many times has Liverpool come back from almost losing or drawing a match? I think maybe six out of I don't know, several games.
With the help of the VAR.
It applies to every other team. It's not only Liverpool, so we can't use that point.
All right.
Then in terms of quality, Liverpool has the quality, you know, up front. Defensively wise, Liverpool is the best team. Not to take away the point that Mita said that in terms of defense, Manchester United is so good, which is you know, in the league you can actually see it in terms of the goals conceded. But in terms of the match tomorrow, for me, I'll just go with Liverpool win.
But even if you were to look at the attacking force for Liverpool, even if you were to combine the three, Mohamed Salah, Sadio Mane and Roberto Firmino, take Martial, Mason Greenwood and Marcus Rashford, we have more goals than Liverpool.
Okay, it's not about the goals, it's about the quality and experience.
The quality you are talking from brings out the goals. So if you have quality, you are definitely gonna score more goals. Why is it that Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial and Mason Greenwood have more goals than Sadio Mane, Roberto Firmino and Mohamed Salah? That means that Manchester United is well up front.
No, you can't use that point to argue in terms of...
No. In football, we look at the current statistics, and that is how many goals does Roberto Firmino, Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah
have?
For
instance, if you look at Firmino, the role he plays in Liverpool, it's not about scoring goals for him. It's about joining the
But he is a number 9.
He's a number 9, but you know, the point is, it's about joining the midfield defense to attack. It's not about scoring goals for him. You get the point?
You need to score goals.
If you check who supplies the goals at Liverpool, it's the fullbacks. So in terms of, it's the team setup, it's not who scores more goals. And the point is, does the system work? Whether you score one goal or two.
I'm actually liking your banter right now. It is very interesting. And I know there are also people here who are contributing to the same banter, you can talk to us. Although time is almost running out. I know nataka kufukuzwa kwa studio. Historical game live versus Manchester United, but Liverpool historical game, Liverpool versus Manchester United, but Liverpool to win. Tottenham counting on Kane injury is worry. That is Nelson. Asante sana. Someone here is saying, I don't know, a big no for what? A big no, of course. Liverpool won't finish this unbeaten, but Manchester not on the top to stop it. Don't argue with me. Naumwa na masikio. Ni Devon, the Chelsea representative from Nyamira. #KU. So I'm not arguing with you. Umesema
anaumwa. You have to forgive him.
Anaumwa. Yes, anaumwa na masikio. I am not going to argue with you. Okay, sawa sawa. Someone else is saying, hi, Armstrong, Chelsea inacheza
8:30 p.m.
inacheza 8:30.
Hiyo inaitwa late kick off.
Na leo inamaanisha leo Chelsea itawin. Kuna maana ya jinx,
they are jinxing your team. Sawa sawa. Someone here has a request. Brief me about Manchester United transfer. I'm Stano from Magadi. Wewe ndio gwiji wa Manchester United. Hebu mwambie transfers.
Yeah, Manchester United, so far we haven't signed anyone. We have just released Ashley Young, but we are waiting for Bruno Fernandes. I hope Ed Woodward is going to complete that one so that at least, you know, we are sloppy at the midfield. We don't have Paul Pogba, who is undergone a surgery. Scott McTominay is injured. So our midfield, we really need to bring somebody who can be a good person at the midfield.
Yeah.
We are hoping that Bruno Fernandes from Sporting Lisbon will come to Man U.
Someone called Rashford Ronald. He wants to know how many players will Manchester United have this January?
Personally, for me, I feel like we need the midfield. The striking force is okay, the defense is okay, so the midfield ndio tunataka sana.
Okay, I'm Saimi Rafael from Kajiado. Can you please tell me Man United transfers news? Alfie, say hi to my bro Joff. Joff, Alfie's brother, hi, how are you? I hope you are doing very well, and thank you guys. I think you guys are watching together. So habari zenyu. Thank you for watching. Someone is saying, aki msiniulize tena game ni saa ngapi? Game ya Manchester City ni lini? Ni leo. All right. Time is not on our side, but predictions, just scores. Game ya Man U ni kesho. Let's kick off at 6.
Late kick off.
Late kick off. Watford Tottenham haraka.
Tottenham win. I think hiyo game ishaanza, maybe producer anaweza tuambia.
Producer alikuwa anatuangalilia. Ni prediction.
For me, Watford win.
Okay. Yeah. Brighton Aston Villa.
Aston Villa are going to come back after the beating of from Man City, and we have to give credit to Sergio Kun Aguero. He did well.
Draw.
Okay, Manchester City, Crystal Palace.
That one is 3-1 for Man City.
Yes.
Yep.
Director, remind me, how many seconds do I have? West Ham versus Everton.
Everton, Carlo Ancelotti.
Everton too.
15 seconds. Oh. My director today is Martin Mutegi. Nilisikia ni kama amesema tuko na dakika 2. Naona na wakimbishia maisha hivi. So, thank you for adding us time. I think he's enjoying the show. Yeah. Thank you so much, director, for today, Mr. Yeah. So, thank you so much. Our director is saying Tottenham versus Watford. Watford iko nyumbani, and the game is still at nil. Let's turn our attention to something else. Let's talk about Arteta's performance. We're talking about a match that will see Arsenal take on Sheffield United. What is his performance? How do you rate his performance so far at Arsenal?
So far, to be fair to him, he has done an outstanding job, because for me, the matches I've watched, I've seen he has tried to impose his style. You know, sometimes we gauge managers in terms of how they view football.
Yes.
So for him, Arteta, you can actually see that he wants his team to play pressing, you know, attacking, and they have been unfortunate in some games. But generally, you can actually see that he's a coach. He knows what he's doing. His understanding of football is high. So it just needs time and then the right signings, because Arsenal has issues in defense and midfield. Everyone knows that. Leno has saved them so many times, and it's like the only issue now they have now is about Aubameyang, who is not there, and you know his goals have actually given Arsenal, you know, the lifeline. Were it not for him, you know, they would be struggling. They would be the relegation zone.
Actually.
So for me, Arteta is top notch, and he just needs time, patience. They'll need a lot of patience. 3 seasons, 3 transfer windows to sort the squad, and then after that, then they can compete at a high level.
Is the Arteta doing a good job?
No. So far, I've not seen anything good that he has done with the 4 matches that he has been in charge. That is the hype that we have with new managers. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer went for 11 games unbeaten at Manchester United.
Until we gave him a contract.
Until we gave him a contract. So it is just a matter of sit and watch and see how far Arsenal are going to go. And we have seen that sometimes, remember the game against Leeds on the FA Cup, they almost knocked out. And they scored that game 1-0. Nelson scored for them. And the game against Crystal Palace, where Aubameyang was red carded. And we are going to see if Arsenal without Aubameyang is actually going to propel all the way, because he's going to be out for 3 games. And were it not for him, as Tam has said, they would actually have been relegated by now. So I feel like Arteta, bado. It's only that the hype that comes with a new manager. Players want to impress so that they can get time play to play in the field. Let us give him time and see what he's going to do, because I don't see him doing anything from the ordinary. Unlike what even Unai, in his first 5 matches that he came to Arsenal, his records are more impressive than Arteta. Yeah.
All right. Well, talking about this particular match, we're talking about an Arsenal who, the start of this season, they lost to this particular team, Sheffield United. It was, yes, narrow, just 1-0, but the fact is Sheffield took 3 points from Arsenal. So they'll be trying to revenge, of course. What do you expect in this game?
Another beating from Sheffield, and Sheffield,
really?
They'll be beaten actually. Sheffield has done so well. This is a team that has been so consistent. We are talking from teams from the Championship. You look at Aston Villa, Norwich, and now this team. The rest two are almost being relegated again, going back to Championship. But Chris Wilder and Sheffield are doing a fantastic job, and I'm seeing them again dominating against Arsenal. And now that they are sure that Aubameyang is not going to play, Arsenal be afraid. Yeah.
Very afraid.
Very.
That is Patrick Muita. Arsenal be afraid. Mutakanyagwa tena na Sheffield United. Do you also share the same sentiments? Do you think it's going to be a very tough tussle between these two teams?
Yeah, sure. I won't be fair to Arsenal. In terms of Sheffield United is a team that has a very good system, a very effective system. They don't play beautiful football. They play effective football. Yeah. When they are defending, they defend so well on a low block, and they also press when they decide to press. So the good thing about Sheffield is that, when it comes to set pieces, they'll hit you hard, and if you're not careful, they'll beat you. Yes. When it comes to playing the ball on the ground, then they're also good. So it's about how Arsenal will manage their threats. And then they also have these centre-backs who like overlapping, which is something which is unique to them. And so I would like to see how Arteta will manage the game. So it's a tough one for Arsenal. For me, I would think if they take a draw, it will be good for them.
All right. Yeah. The other match, let's talk about Watford, who will be hosting Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham has not been doing very well, if you ask me. What is your expectation today, and also the fact that they will be away?
It's a tough one. Watford have been playing good football, and Person, the new manager, is doing so well at Watford, and we expect them to continue with the run. For Jose, I feel sorry for him. Harry Kane was absent and he is still in charge. I don't know if he can capitalize. Remember, Tottenham was a team playing with strikers Harry Kane and Llorente. Llorente is not at Tottenham currently. So he's depending on wingers, Heung-min Son and the likes of Dele Alli to finish the game for him. So it's a difficult one for Jose. Maybe a draw, or if they can salvage, maybe a narrow win, a 1-0 win.
For me, it's unfortunate for Jose. I think he's not a miracle worker. That squad itself, last season, Tottenham didn't solidify their squad. It's only this season when they have tried to do so, but still you can see there are issues, especially with the issue with Eriksen. And he has tried so far, but they have been losing, The league is very competitive. So Jose needs time to impose his style. And he's a very pragmatic coach. Sometimes he likes to assess the opposition, how they play, and then come up with something new. And now with Watford, they have a new manager, so it's a bit tricky for him. And Watford is on the up with Dini, and then they have Sarr. This the winger is doing extraordinarily well. So it's very tough for Tottenham. So that's why I say that draw.
So let's talk about the defending champions. Yani too, they're just watching as Liverpool try to run away with the title. Lastly, your expectation, Manchester City, of course, they will be at home, but they're taking Crystal Palace.
I think Manchester City, they are games that they don't joke around with. And Crystal Palace should be very afraid after what they did to Aston Villa. They beat them 6-1, and their talisman, Kun Aguero, did break records. I'm seeing that he scored his 12th hat-trick in the Premier League, and he has become the leading foreigner to be playing at the English League as the top scorer. So, and he has surpassed the Thierry Henry of Arsenal. So Kun Aguero is on fire. I bet he's also going to score today against Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is a team that sometimes plays so deep and relies more on counter-attack, and that one can't work when you are playing Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, like Muita said, they have Crystal Palace has no option but to defend deep. Otherwise, but you see, Man City is so good when it plays the ball, moves the ball, progresses the ball, so they stand no chance. But they can try and control the game so that they don't lose with a big margin, maybe 2-0 and maybe all 2-1, you know, because Crystal Palace will always hit on the counter with Zaha and Ayew. Then they are good, but they'll lose the game.
Someone is saying Arteta has actually brought new mentality in Arsenal club, and he will do more if he will be given more time. And Rashford, Ronald again. Oh, thank you so much. Okay. Arsenal winning against Sheffield will be like going to heaven with a bicycle. Correct score is 2-1 for Sheffield. David Awala nikiwa Kayole. Well, okay, sawa hiyo ni kali. Thank you so much. Watu wa Kayole. Arsenal need only game mindset goal. Okay, Arsenal need only game mindset goal, squad, good coach, only mind formation is needed. Nation, asanti sana. What wataki Arsenal starting from Muita to you guys at home. Just your prediction, your team.
On my team?
Yes. Your team will be away?
Yeah, away to Newcastle. If you are fortunate to get a draw there, I'll be so happy because...
So mnakarangwa.
Ni ngumu kwetu. You know, Chelsea is a funny team, like disappointing a lot. Bournemouth was on a bad run of form, we lost. Southampton was on a bad run of form, we lost. So I have
losing to everyone who is on a bad
I think it's because of the squad. You know, we have so many young chaps in the squad, so I think that's the issue. And sometimes we have had so many games in between. But at least now we had a week to rest, analyze the team, train hard. So I hope we can do our best. But if we manage a draw, I'll be happy. Yeah.
What do you think about that particular match before we call it an afternoon?
I'm going to give it to Chelsea because I think Newcastle are going to be celebrating after they won 4-1 in the FA against Lockdown.
They cannot be celebrating. Those guys are dangerous.
I'm going to give it to Chelsea that one.
Those guys are dangerous. Then they have this winger. Yeah, he was so good. There's Almiron and what's his name? I've forgotten his name, but they are so good, you know, on the break.
Yes.
So I'm not confident with Chelsea. It's my team, but I take caution.
Sawa. Those are the sentiments of these two amazing gentlemen, our analysts for today. That is Michael Giduka and Patrick Muita. You can follow them on their social media handles. That is at Patrick_Muita. That is on Twitter. And you're not very vocal on Facebook.
I am on Facebook, but
not very vocal.
Yeah.
But you guys, you want free predictions? You know where to go to. Tam_Abraham is this gentleman's, Michael Giduka's handle. I'm at Ndung'U. Also like and follow KUTV at KUTV. Also on Facebook is KUTV. Very soon, a Swahili version of a Swahili sports show. Let me know say a Swahili version of this particular show will be coming to your screen right here on KUTV very soon. Also every Friday very soon, another show where this gentleman might be or will be appearing. It's the banter. That is where they will be tearing each other down and harassing each other in terms of which teams they support and how they have been performing. My name is Florence Ndung'U. Thanks to everyone who has made this show a success. Thank you, Mutegi Martin, for helping in directing our show today. You have been totally awesome. Also, the entire of the technical team. Asanteni sana. Enjoy your afternoon. Let's do this again on Saturday, same time, same place. Good afternoon.